Namaskar and welcome. So our phrase for this week is no good, no bad, just God. I like this phrase very much. I find it very useful in many different types of situations, in meditation, in daily life, and especially in looking at myself and trying to be non-judgmental. So it's also it brings a smile to my face. It's a statement of a deeper way of looking at reality and life. So let's look at its applications. First of all, in meditation. So in meditation, the best results come when the mind is in a neutral state. If we have, if our mind is being pulled towards different things, then we get distracted, we lose our balance. But similarly, if we have a negative attitude towards something, like a kind of a sense of repulsion about something, so that also is a kind of negative attention, and it disturbs the balance and tranquility of the mind. And it is that balanced, still, calm state, that non-dual state, that gives rise to the deepest meditation and greatest sense of tranquility and peace of mind. So in meditation, we are moving from the kind of engagement with the external aspect of reality, which is full of dualities, separateness, judgments, etc., where the mind is, wherever there are strong feelings of either attraction or repulsion, the mind is agitated, there's turbulence. So we're moving away from that surface duality, and we're moving to the deeper aspect of oneness in meditation. And so when we use that phrase in meditation, no good, no bad, just God, it is just a very easy, natural way of shifting from the external duality to the inner divinity and oneness. So this is an important thing. Samadhi, that state of, that high state of connectedness and trance, where the mind loses its sense of separateness, depends upon, it needs that precondition of evenness, neutrality, a kind of neutral state of mind. And for that purpose, this phrase is very helpful. No good, no bad, just God. Secondly, the phrase is useful in daily life as a way of not getting unnecessarily caught up in things or disturbed by things. And it's a very useful phrase to remember as a kind of protection or preventative preparation before you go into something. Now in Ananda Marga, we learn a special mantra which we are to use before starting any new action. And basically the mantra is conveying that idea that everything is God, or everything is divine, and that's what this phrase also means. And for those of you who haven't learned that mantra yet, it can be, you can use this idea temporarily. No good, no bad, just God. But also, for those of you who have learned the mantra, there's a risk that, we do things mechanically, and you could reflect upon this phrase as, just as giving maybe some additional insights into the mantra. So here, again, it gives us a neutrality, an evenness, a steadiness, a balance before we enter into something. So, for example, before you go into a room, before you meet somebody, before you pick up the phone, if we don't prepare ourselves when we go into those situations, we can get suddenly attracted by something, we can get suddenly repulsed by something, and quickly lose our mental balance. But if you train yourself and just pause for a moment and say this, and take this idea, no good, no bad, just God, before you walk into the room, then you're able to deal with whatever you find when you open the door already in a little bit of a detached and wise state of mind, which will make you less easily affected by either something that's going to attract you or repel you. You can just look at it objective. You can see the deeper oneness. You can see the deeper divinity. You can also see the magic in all situations. You can see and sense the divine hand, the magician at work in all kinds of situations, whether positive or negative. And you see the situations and tend not to judge them, but rather than focusing on this is good or this is bad and how you react to it, you focus on the magic behind it, the fact that all of this, good and bad, is divine. And that helps you deal in a balanced and nice way, keeping your calm with whatever situation, person, phone call that you come across. So as a means of staying mindful in daily life, this phrase is also very helpful. And finally, and also very importantly, I find this phrase useful when I have to deal with my own negativity or, negative thoughts. Say, for example, you're doing meditation and a thought comes up which is not useful. Say, for example, a sexual thought. And you might react to that. Either, you could react to it and let it yourself get distracted about that. Or you could react to it in a kind of judgmental, I don't want that, or this is bad, or something like that. And you could, have a negative feeling about yourself simply for the fact that you have such thoughts. And so on the one hand, either you can get caught up in the thoughts, or you can get caught up in judging yourself about having those thoughts. And that can be any kind of negative thought or any kind of distraction that is pulling you off your deep meditation. So if you use this phrase in those circumstances, no good, no bad, just God, first of all, it cuts out that, it gives you the deeper perspective, so it helps you to get back. It's a very gentle, nice way of leading you back to what you were trying to think about. So instead of getting caught up in your distraction, you are reminded that this is also God, and that's what you were trying to meditate on in the first place, so it helps you get back to that. Or if you're reacting with a kind of repulsion, like, why am I having this thought? It also undercuts that and removes the kind of judgmental sense. And, all right, it's there, but everything is God, and again returns you in a very gentle, balanced way to being able to think about what you wanted to think about. in meditation. So, and we can be judgmental about ourselves not only in meditation, but in we have negative self-talk going on all the time, often. So this thought is very helpful in not being judgmental about yourself and not being judgmental about others. So as a way of being at peace with oneself, as a way of being getting detached from distractions, no good, no bad, just God. This phrase is very helpful. And finally, as a word of caution, some people might be concerned that, if you say no good, no bad, just God, well, what happens to your values and your principles and your behavior? Does it mean that anything goes? No, that's not how the phrase is used. We still have to make decisions. When we come across a choice of action, there's one way, there's the other way. We have to think, well, is this way good for me? And will it happen? Will it bring a good result if I do it? So we still have to make those kinds of decisions about what is good for us and what is not good for us, what I should do, what I shouldn't do, every moment of our lives. But the less those decisions are colored by strong emotions of either attachment or repulsion, the better. We can make those decisions calmly and objectively, without being, either pulled into it or strongly repelled by it. So rather than, spoiling our judgment, this phrase can be useful in giving us the kind of balanced state of mind that allows us to make a clear, undisturbed, cool decision. So that's it. No good, no bad, just God. A beautiful, inspiring, enjoyable, brings a smile on your face, and very helpful phrase in meditation, in daily life, and in, living comfortably with yourself. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.